All the filth marked by the nymphs has been cleansed.
Das ging ja schnell!
Fine teacher. Show yourself now, before golden thread is stained with your blood.
Well, well. A demigod never ceases to impress. Not even a top assassin with a lifetime of purging experiences can slip past you.
What are you up to, Elder Kindness?
Drop the act. You noticed my informants a long time ago, didn't you? You stayed silent to throw us off so we'd let our guard down, while maintaining that everything you did abides by the Council's regulations. Correct?
Wer weiß, wer weiß.
When it comes to schemes and manipulation,
Vielleicht?
Zagreus
Vielleicht auch
can't hold a
nicht.
candle to the Council.
Vielleicht auch
That's quite
beides.
flattering, Crisis Heir. We bear no ill will. We just want to reiterate that the Crisis Heir's governance of the Holy City is only temporary. A provisional transfer of authority during these extraordinary times. While gods see and hear more extensively, mortals have their own means of dealing with things. When that so-called prophecy crumbles, the destiny of Akama shall once again rest in the grasp of its people.
Rest in the grasp of its people, or yours, Elder Kindness.
Ease off on the hostility. You'd do well to remember nearly half of the elders stood against entrusting the Holy City to you in that crucial vote. I am but one voice in the dissent. Keep following your chosen path, demigod. Use every bit of your power to show that we are mistaken. But don't forget for a second, in Amphorius, even gods are not above the law. I'm quite interested to see how long you can stick with this hands-on way of doing things.
I will employ every means at my disposal to save Amphorius, Elder Kindness. Whether it means wresting it from the grasp of the gods, or yours. Trinan, it seems she has begun to make... The dangers lurking within Akima have been eradicated. I've also cleansed the city of filth.
Thank you, Aggie. That elder just
Ich sag
now,
gar nichts mehr.
was she causing you trouble again?
Worry not. I'm capable of handling it, Trinan.
You should know that during the Chrysos War, Kindness was...
An assassin known for purging the Chrysos heirs. I am aware. Like I mentioned before, the Council is not our adversary. At least, not now. We should be focusing on the more pressing matter at hand.
You're right. We've taken all possible precautions against Nikador. It did not come easy, though. Trian is already near her limits.
How much of her power is left?
Taking this time into account, she should still be able to open the Century Gates 3. No, maybe just 2 more times.
And after that?
Trebi will take over as the gatekeeper, according to what we've agreed on.
Waiting seems to be our only plan now.
Indeed. Let us wait here in this garden, Aggie.
Please, enlighten me, Trinan. In the world, as you perceive it, does the prophecy remain as clear as it was when it first descended?
Golden runes shimmer against the azure sky, and myriad fragments of words dance around Kethely. the prophecy remains as clear as ever.
Does it foretell the triumph of Finan and the others?
It remains silent, seemingly cognizant of the outcome, though it's unwilling to let us in on the answer just yet.
We're not going to be finding our solace in the prophecy this time, then. So be it. If indeed he is Fate's chosen child, then the prophecy is nothing more than a footnote to his tale.
Rosa der Pflanzen. Tja, Dankeschön. Okay, jetzt bin ich wieder hier.
How can we go back to the past?
Mem! Me-mem! Mem-me-mem! Mem!
Dadurch. Gut. Dann gehen wir da durch. Und dann dadurch. Und wenn du das riechst, dann machen wir das.
Stream 4.
Hinterhältig in den Rücken gefallen. So, du musst ja nicht lang. Ja, oder doch. Andere gibt's ja nicht. Diesmal gehen wir aus dem Weg.
Stream 4.
Jetzt geht's aber los. Du fieser Möpter.
That battle cry! Is that Lord Mighty?
Stream 4. The gleam of old blades.
Okay.
Stream 4. The gleam of old blades.
Was du? Steht da nicht.
Nikador. They're still locked in battle. The battle is still raging. I can feel the intensity even from here. Exactly. We'll only be able to help them once we've seen our own mission through.
Mem! Mem-me-mem! Me-mem! Mem-mem-mem-mem-mem!
Mem.
Mem. Mem.
Is that the gate to the past? Let's go, miss. We will unravel Mikador's secrets together. So this is how it looked like before Aquila closed their eyes. The city of warriors. Its magnificence certainly lives up to its name. We should first figure out which era we've traveled back to. The memory fragments we gathered from Mem all point toward the final stage of the Chrysos War. We might be able to use that as a starting point for our deductions. It's quite intriguing indeed. But Castrum Kremnos is no leisure spot for tourists. We shouldn't draw unnecessary attention to ourselves.
Die Leute gucken schon.
Let's start with the city's surroundings. We might be able to gather some clues by listening and observing. Under all this resplendence is the distinct stench of death. But even the most magnificent of deaths can never be sweet.
Ja. Dann gehe ich auch immer wieder ganz zurück. Weil in diesen Stellen gibt es häufig einen Schatz oder so einen Käfer. Immer an den entlegenen Stellen. Was machen die Dinger da? Die Laserstrahlen. Was ist das? Ist das gefährlich? Da ist so ein Speer dahinter, oder? Was ist das? Wo ist er denn hin? Schatz hinter den beiden. Das sieht doch von hier aus.
What is it?
May I ask if you're here to join the competition?
Competition? No. I have no interest in meaningless sports.
So, you're here for Nikador's festival?
Utterly foolish.
War has left its mark on many from this period, so please don't take it personally.
Crown Prince, Chrysocer, what a joke! Midemos is just a coward. Those who deserted Kremnos with him have brought shame upon the Lance of Fury. Despicable traitors will never bask in glory again.
But Midemos is undoubtedly the mightiest warrior among us. Who else can we turn to now that he's gone?
What nonsense are you spouting? King Euripon, the rightful ruler of Castrum Kremnos, has not fallen. He still stands firm in this city and has never given up on awakening the great Titan. As long as we remain steadfast at his side, we'll reclaim our former glory and sow bloodshed and conquest amongst our foes.
Die Stimme passt gar nicht zu dem Typen. Denkt man sich, die passt eher zu so einem langbärtigen, kleinen Zwerg, kräftigen Zwerg.
He was killed by Lord Mighty. No! I don't believe that Lord Mighty left out of cowardice. It was, in fact, a courageous choice. With that, we should have enough to determine the time period we are currently in. It's a scroll written in the common tongue. We should see what it's about.
Ja, nichts zu zahlen.
Courage, honor, reason, tenacity, sacrifice. Nikador did live up to these values in his prime, but now... Kremnos seems to be hosting a festival, where its victor can go on to have an audience with the ruler and be bestowed with honor. It's just as Mr. Damionis described. If we can pose as participants, we might be able to get into the city.
Ja, gute Idee.
Finest weapons for sale! Come take a look! The sharpest blades in all of Kremnos. Gladiator swords, maces, and bucklers crafted by the grand craftsman Cartonis himself. Ha-ha! Looking to breeze through your foes at the Kremnos Festival? I've got the best weapons right here for you! I'm as honest a merchant as they come. Those boorish warriors know nothing about quality gear. Ah, but you're not like them. With your air of sophistication, you must be a noble from one of the grand city-states, right? Here, let me show you what I have in stock.
The craftsmanship of a weapon reveals the time period it's made. We can afford to take a quick look.
Stahlklaren Dolch mit flachen Spuren. Ja? Verblichener Schild von Kremnos. Kleines Großschwert von... Was macht das? Was soll ich damit? Wollte ich nicht. Nicht teuer. Credits habe ich genug.
Miss, much as we're in a memory of the past, impulse buying is still an undesirable behavior.
You're quite the high roller. Thank you, and please come again.
May I take a look at that weapon, Miss?
Klar, schau mal.
I've seen enough. Let's go, Miss.
Leaving already? Don't you want to browse through my other wares? Well then, come back anytime. If you make it through the festival today.
Those weapons reek of blood. He made an effort to conceal it, but traces of death aren't something you can easily erase. I shudder to even consider where he got his goods from. He didn't lie about the weapon being one of Cartonis' handiwork, though. Thanks to its inscription, I now have a fairly good guess of the time period we're in. Let's run through everything we know so far, Miss. Lord Mighty has gone to seek refuge in Akama with some of his people. Old King Europon still reigns, though Nikador has fallen into a slumber. And Castrum Kremnos is now gathering warriors from all over in preparation for their festival. It seems that we've traveled back to the last years of the Chrysos War, a time when Castrum Kremnos grappled with both internal strife and the Titan's waning divinity. I can't control my strength with that much precision. The risk is too great. The safest bet is to play by the rules. They happen to be hosting a festival in the city. We can try entering as participants? Let's make our way into the city first. We can then wait for the right opportunity to strike. When it comes down to it, I will take care of Nikador's kin. That should be the place to sign up.
Wie riecht's hier nach Käfer? Eine Studie über Granatapfelsaft. Jo, okay.
Oh, such a pity. Those three warriors were so close to completing the trial, to emerging as victorious Kremnoan warriors, and to earning an audience with our glorious King Europon. And yet, they collapsed at the final hurdle. The fury-eyed Praetor swiftly hacked them down, reducing them to mere mincemeat. May Nikador recognize their valor and embrace their heroic spirits. Next! Do we have any more warriors ready for the challenge? King Europon awaits, longing for the first brave soul to survive and stand before him.
This was a time when life was valued far less than bread. People hardly bat their eyelids at the savagery and death that had become commonplace.
Oh, does no one have the courage to take up the challenge? Are you not prepared to wager your glory and set your lives ablaze under the splendor of Kremnos?
Let me through.
Why, it's you again, inarticulate fool. Unarmed, and yet you dare to think you can join the Kremnos festival? That's an insult to the Lance of Fury. I've told you before, this is a trial for 3. This is a trial that requires 3 people. If you can't even gather enough comrades to stand by you in life and death, it's time you went home and took up herding.
Let me through.
Huh. So you're not just inarticulate, but also hard of hearing. Keep up this act of nuisance, and I'll be sure to show you how uncivil we can get.
Teams of 3. Miss, this might be our chance. We can enter the city with him.
Huh? Who are...
You two.
I see what this is. As you wish. Good for you. You now have allies to court death with. Come on up here, fool. The adrenaline-pumping scenes are becoming a bit tiresome, so adding a wildly mismatched interlude would make for a refreshing
Mimik
change and
gilt wohl
spice
nicht als
things up.
einzelne Person, oder?
Let the trial begin, then. Your only goal is to survive. As long as you still hold the breath of life, you'll either triumph over every trial and claim worldly glory, or leave your soul in Kremnos to become fuel for strife.
Have faith, miss. Lord Finon and Lord Mighty are still fighting. We must match their unwavering resolve.
Can we enter now?
Eager to meet your demise? Very well then. Let the trial begin. Give me your names, warriors.
Casterus.
Nice.
Casterus, Nias, and another. It is an honor to see your true faces revealed by the radiant glow of the Blade of Fury. In the name of the 5 virtues of Nikador, courage, honor, reason, tenacity, and sacrifice, stride through the
Ja,
holy
genug
city's
gelabert.
gate and embrace your fate.
Auf in den Kampf!
May your courageous souls satisfy Nikador and fuel the conquests of Kremnos.